Hello everyone, kumusta? It's been about a month since I last posted a video and I'm sorry I wasn't able to post sooner, but yes, life has been a little bit busy. A lot of so many things are happening at the same time. But I just finished the DIY shoots. So since I was kind of dressed up and kind of made up, I thought to myself, this would be the perfect time for me to finish my series of pageant review of last year's experience, my experience during Miss Universe Philippines 2020. In my previous videos, I talked about the preliminary interview, and in the other video, I talked about the preliminary swimsuit and preliminary gown round, and also a little bit about the production number. But for this video, we'll finally be talking about the finals swimsuit, the finals evening gown, and then also the Q&A portions. I'm not nervous, no. So let's dive right into it. I have here ready my phone with the video, so let's just press play and take a look back.
Amelinckx.
Bohol.
We have Miss Bohol, Pauline Amelinckx.
This was the announcement of the top 16. In our pretty little dresses, all sparkly. And my hair looking like a little bit of a mess. I swear, I curled my hair. I set it with curlers for about an hour and a half, only to go down to the stage area to remove those curlers and then to have my hair still flat. Somewhere along the line, I did something wrong. So at least I have short hair now. But no, I still have to master that art. But yes, if you were wondering about my hair, now you know why.
Contender is Miss Bohol. How are you doing, Pauline?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How about you?
No one ever asked me questions.
I'm sorry. Should I not have done that?
It's okay. So I'll go ahead and read.
Alright, so this scene actually sparked a lot of controversy, and I'm gonna just give a special shout out to Casey Montero here.
What you're supposed to comment on instead. Alright, you have 30 seconds to answer.
Top 16 question and
Throughout
answer.
this journey, you have discovered that you are a phenomenal woman who is conditioned for greater. How can you create a positive and lasting impact to the world around you? Your time starts now.
I can be a positive and lasting impact by being a role model, by embodying what it means to me to be greater. It is a constant struggle. It is a constant commitment to always work on being stronger, embracing my vulnerabilities, and knowing that I am the perfect version of my imperfect self, and empowering and enabling other girls, everyone, to feel the same way, because we are greater in our own rights.
Thank you so much, Miss Bohol.
Alright, so this was the top 16 Q&A. This Q&A was the only Q&A that the top 16 had where every girl got the same question. So all of us had to hide in a soundproof room or in the bus outside while one of the candidates would be answering the question, or one of the top 16 would be answering the question, so that we wouldn't be hearing what the question is or what her answer is. I think I did okay. I think I did well here. At least I was able to answer within the time frame. Again, it's a challenge to stick to a 30-second rule when you're answering questions. It's more difficult and more challenging than it seems. And sometimes you even forget, or you even don't mind that you made a grammatical mistake, for example. Because if you do mind it and you focus too much on that, then your mind might drift away from the meat of your answer, and you might not end in the way that you wanted to. So, alright, moving on. Okay, wait. So, I wasn't completely happy with my performance for the preliminary swimsuit. I really felt that I could have done better. I told myself that during the finals round, I would have to give it my all, and I told myself I had to make bawi. That's exactly what I did, I think. By the way, I loved this white swimsuit. I loved the coat that came along with it. It was really pretty, and the feeling that it gave me was amazing, and I loved walking in this ensemble. Yeah. Bias. And for those people who don't know or who are not familiar with this song, Magandang Dilag, went viral, and I think a gazillion people had the LSS with this song, and even us, to such a point that whenever the top 5 would have appearances somewhere, Magandang Dilag would always be the song that they would play when they would introduce us, which is actually nice. I really do like this song. Oh. Yeah, I took my sweet time here. Okay, let's back this up a little bit. Okay. So we were told that at this point you're supposed to pose. And usually a pose is 3 counts. Let's count how long I stood there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I took 6 counts before I left that pose. I'm so sorry. I really had to make Bowie. Okay, so that was the swimsuit part for the finals night. Now moving on to the finals gown.
Pauline, Amelinckx, Bohol.
Okay, before I continue, I just wanted to share a little bit of what went on in my head and backstage. For the look of the evening gown, of the finals evening gown, everything was prepared. So I knew weeks before that I had to put my hair up in a bun and then add some fake hair on top of that. I knew which earrings to wear. I knew which heels to pair with the gown. And the earrings and the heels are actually something that I forgot about when we were preparing to move from the hotel rooms to the stage area. So I wasn't able to bring the right earrings and I wasn't able to bring the right heels. Not that it affected the performance, it's just that sometimes when you prepare so much for something, even then you can still forget. So presence of mind, I think, is also important here, to really be in the moment and to somehow visualize yourself a little bit and visualize everything, from the preparation to putting everything together to putting those things on, and to visualizing yourself on stage, walking out, doing your poses, and walking in the way that you practiced. And play. Yay! Okay, so for the, sorry, pause again. Best in Evening Gown is an award not given to someone who has the nicest or most beautiful dress, but to the woman who wears it impeccably and who carries the gown. The gown is not supposed to carry the woman or the lady wearing it. And Mama Ian gave a term to it, or I remember him telling me, make love to the gown while you're on stage, and I hope I made you proud. Oh, and I love this song too, by the way. I got all these songs on Spotify now, and they still play on repeat. Oh, and this pose we called, or we termed it, the Cleopatra pose. It's something that we practiced many times, and we wanted it to be different from all the other poses that are usually used. Alrighty. Announcement of the top 5. Really, in that moment, I mean, the 50 girls, 50 strong contenders from all over the Philippines, cut down to 16, and then that would be cut down to 5. In that moment, a lot was going on in my mind. It's a constant struggle also, and it's something that you need to keep reminding yourself of, that you need to trust yourself, you need to trust how you have performed, and also accept that some things are beyond your control. But I was so happy that I made it into the top 5. Extremely relieved But then, you know, that's not where it ends. When you're announced into the top 5, you still have some hurdles to get over.
We shall hear from Pauline Amelinckx.
Okay, final Q&A.
Good evening.
Good evening again.
How are you?
Overwhelmed, but
Yes.
all in all, very grateful to be here.
Yes, here we go. Down to the final couple questions. I will ask you 2 questions. One you picked backstage. After you hear 30 seconds.
Okay, so this Q&A was a little bit more challenging in the sense that you had to answer 2 questions without any break in between. It's really like you're given this one question, 30 seconds to answer, and then right after you get another question with another 30 seconds to answer that. So you really have to like be focused.
After you talk for 30 seconds, you'll hear this. And then I'll give you another 30 seconds to answer the second question. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Your first question. What factors influence you in deciding on what to buy or post online?
Okay, wait. This question was a question that I picked. So at some point, the top 5 was given a bowl, a fish bowl, with rolls of paper with a number on it, and each number corresponded to a question. So this was a question that I picked for myself. And this question itself, goodness, I had to quickly repeat it in my mind, because it was actually a question that was made out of 2 questions. What factors do you consider when you buy something online, and what factors do you consider when you post something online? Buying online and posting online are actually 2 very different things. So my mind was a little bit scrambled in the beginning. I remember this very well. And I think you can also hear it. I can hear it.
Basically, what I want to
I'm talking really slow.
put out there, what I want to show the world about myself, how I want to portray myself. What matters most is that we know who we are, that we are true to our authentic selves, and that we always try our best to show and share that to the rest of the world, and hopefully inspire them to do the same.
Bawi.
Thank you. Here is your second question.
I'm not nervous.
This pandemic has made clear our priorities, essential and non-essential. Where do pageants stand in this time of crisis? Go.
I think pageants are now an amazing platform to show that not all our dreams are canceled. They're just put on hold. And for us, we're lucky that we're still able to make this one dream come true. To stand here, to spread hope, to rally people together in action and conversation, and spark change. And together, I'm sure we can make a positive impact out there on this stage. That is the essence of beauty pageants in the time of the pandemic.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Pauline Amelinckx.
Manana.
Next up from Bohol, Pauline Amelinckx.
Yeah, this is the final look for the top 5. I mean, a pageant in the time of Corona, the social distancing measures that we all had to take.
Thank you so much.
Of course, we know it's for our
Pauline.
safety and for our health, and to also follow protocols for the sake of the organization not being bashed or not getting any backlash. So this was the final look of the top 5. Now we move on to the announcement of winners. Well, it's not like we don't know the announcements, but yes, let's go live this moment again. Oh my goodness, the rest really is history. I'm amazingly happy and immensely proud of myself and of everyone that has helped me through these times to get to that point and to get to where I am now. And I'm just happy to be able to look back and smile at it all. So yes, I'm happy. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little review and look back on last year's performance for Miss Universe Philippines 2020, specifically my own performance. And I hope that the little insight I gave you was entertaining and insightful. If you have any questions, you may drop them in the comment section, or if you're following me on social media pages or social media platforms, you can send me a DM there, and hopefully I get to read your questions and you know, give the answers to your questions if ever there's a need for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Pretty please, cherries on top, puppy dog eyes. And I'll see you guys real soon in my next video. Amelinckx.